Wow, that was an extremely nail-biting last 6 minutes. Where the hell did they get 6 minutes of injury time from? I do not know. However, we hang on, we get 3 points, we win 2-1. Rotten first half, much better second half. This is the Toon review. Hi everyone and welcome back to another video from the Toon Review. My name's Paul. Thank you very much for stopping by again on what has been a decent day at St James's Park today with a 2-1 win against Everton. The first half was rotten. Nothing much to say about the first half. Everton were rotten as well. Didn't even look like the team that they've looked all season, but they did have two of their very, very best players out in Richarlison and Rodriguez. We, on the other hand, went with the same sort of system we went with at Wolves, and throughout that first half, everyone was just thinking, this is classic Bruce Ball again, 10 men behind the ball and looking to catch Everton on the break. Everton were given a lot of possession in that first half, but didn't do anything with it at all. Calvert-Lewin looked isolated throughout the whole game. You could tell he was missing the passing of Rodriguez and the creativity of Richarlison and the help that he gets up front from Richarlison. But we didn't do anything to counteract that or get an advantage from it. We just sat back again, and again our forward players looked frustrated. They didn't really get themselves into the game, and as time wore on in that first half, you just thought, oh Christ, it's happening again, and we were all fed up again at half time. It was just truly dreadful first half. We went with Darlow in goal, we went with Murphy, Fernandez, Lascelles, Shah and Lewis across the back, Hendrick and Longstaff in the middle, which I thought was a bit of a strange one. We went with ASM on the left, ASM through the middle, I should say. We went with Miggy on the right and Wilson up front, and it didn't really work. Certainly for St Maximin, he doesn't look comfortable playing in the number 10 role. People were saying on Twitter and social media, well, he's been given a free role, surely he's supposed to perform in that free role. It's up to him to make it work and get the ball. But he's not used to playing there. And this is my frustration with Steve Bruce a lot of the time, is that he really does put our best players out of position where the confidence will just dwindle from them. And you can see that through St Maximin. He doesn't look comfortable in that position, and he was getting frustrated. He likes the ball on the wing where he can cut in or go wide, take players on and do it that way. And that's where Steve Bruce needs to really improve as a manager, is how he utilises our best players. But anyway, half-time comes and you're thinking, Christ almighty, that was awful. But second half, we started really brightly. We come on the attack. It's different to see because us as Newcastle fans are certainly not used to that. Everton sat back a little bit, didn't really threaten again, and as the game wore on, you started thinking, do you know what, we are creating a few more opportunities here, this might be our chance. And then the penalty comes. Clear penalty for me. I mean, Gomez, what he did was he was waiting for the ball to come to him. Wilson was a lot sharper and a lot quicker, got on the end of it, and by the time Gomez knew where he was kicking through the back of Wilson. It's a penalty, and VAR took the time over it, yes, but at the end of the day they came to the right conclusion and it was a penalty. Mina was really, really bad sportsmanship when they were waiting for the VAR rule. Everybody saw on camera, you know, he sneezed on the ball, he then was giving Wilson jip in the ear. Wilson then just pushes him away with the ball and Wilson gets booked. I think that was shocking. But anyway, Wilson kept his cool, as he normally does for us, and just slotted the penalty, sent the keeper the wrong way, and it's 1-0. And, you know, I must admit, when we went 1-0 up, I'm starting to think, right, he's going to go ultra defensive again and try and hang on to this 1-0 win. But credit where credit is due. We've given a lot of flack to Steve Bruce. He didn't. He let the players play, and he let them keep going. And then obviously, ASM comes off. Whether he's carrying a knock or not, I don't know. He just doesn't look fit. you know, he seems to have made of glass, if you like. Every time he's getting tackled or anything, he's rolling around, he's in pain. So I think there's a niggling injury there. But if there is, should he be playing? No, he shouldn't. They should wait till he's fully fit. We've had this conversation a million times over, but nothing seems to change. But Everton huffed and puffed, but I have to say, we defended absolutely brilliantly. I mean, the three central defenders, you know, we did praise them last week and said they defended very well at Wolves. They've done exactly the same today. They've kept Everton at bay. Any balls that have been coming into the area, we've cleared. They've been throwing themselves in front of shots, and credit where credit's due. The three of them today were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But the star man for me was undoubtedly Almiron. He was running up and down that pitch. His little flicks, his work rate, his running with the ball. Today was like the old Miggy of January when he was allowed that free roll and he was scoring goals, and it just looked like he was getting back to his old self. But Fraser coming on for ASM was a good substitution for me. Fraser came on with bags of energy, wanted to take players on, and of course creates the second goal. Brilliant through ball from Lewis into Fraser. Slight deflection on his cross off Mina, but it was going there anyway, and a simple tap in for Callum Wilson. But isn't it nice to have a striker that actually knows where to be and can finish? There's a whole million miles away from him and Joe Linton last season. If you watch Wilson for the full game, he runs onto the ball, he makes runs, he knows where the goal is, and he can finish. And that is the big difference that we have been screaming out for. But we've needed to supply him. And in that second half today, we supplied him. And we've got him the goals, he's got us the goals, and the team moves forward. Yes, we conceded in injury time, and it was a very, very scary last 6 minutes. You know, Everton did put the pressure on, and we wobbled a little bit. Let's face it, we did. But we came through it. And we've got the 3 points from the game. So I'm absolutely over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. I was a bit surprised that he did take Wilson off when he's on a hat-trick and brought Carroll on with 5 minutes left. You saw on the face of Wilson and Miggy when they came off, they weren't happy. It must be a pain in the arse when you're playing so well and then your manager hooks you off when the likes of Jeff Hendrick are staying on the pitch. But, you know, at the end of the day, we've won the game. And that's all that counts. I thought Jacob Murphy played very well again. He had a few pot shots in goal today which flew over the bar, but at least he's given it a go. And this is what we've been saying all along. We want to see players trying. And even though his shots went miles over the bar, he's trying. But he's playing so well in that position. And if he keeps his head down and keeps playing as well as he is, he can make that position his own. I'm not sure what Manquillo has done to do wrong or to be left out, whether there's some sort of falling out there, I do not know. But at the end of the day, Murphy's took his chance. Jamal Lewis, I think, still needs to improve on some of his passing. A few times in that first half today, the weight on his passes were terrible. Caused a few issues for certainly St Maximin coming back and you know, the forward lads coming back to receive the ball. He's just sort of little bitty passes, not enough weight on. So I think he needs to improve on that side of his game. But all round, the poorest player on the pitch for me was Jeff Hendrick. And, you know, he just doesn't influence the game as he should. He's getting the opportunity now in the middle of the park, and I don't think he influences the game as much as he should. Yes, he puts tackles in. I thought he worked hard today. You can't take that away from him. But he's not impacting the game like he should. And for me, Hayden and Longstaff could be the long-term future of our central midfield, because I thought Longstaff played very, very well today. Started off a bit shaky, but he grew into the game. I thought his free kicks were terrible, though. Why he's on the free kicks, I do not know, in corners. That needs to be changed immediately, because they just weren't very good at all today. Darlow in goal played very well again. Needed to be where he was for a couple of headers from Calvert-Lewin. Couldn't really do anything about the goal. But again, a solid game. I thought in that last bit of injury time when he was chipped, I thought that was going right over his head. But he did well, got back and tipped it over the bar. So all around, I'm really pleased today. I have to say, it's nice to have a bit of positivity for once. It's nice to come away with 3 points. And for the second half, it's nice to see us actually going and attacking teams and getting our forward guys into the positions that they normally play and can actually do some damage. Everton, on the other hand, I thought were very, very poor today. Missed their best players by a long shot. It just proves what kind of impact players like Rodriguez do have on a team, because they were clearly missing him today, and they just didn't look like the team that they have done early doors this season. I think it is just a blip for them, 2 defeats. I think once them players come back, they'll get their heads down again and start getting results. But I don't think the top 4 at all this season, Everton. They were very poor today, and I think the fans will be very, very disappointed. On a brighter note, that shot of Jordan Pickford when Wilson scored his penalty was just delightful. Seeing the frustration in his face and punching the seat in front of him and swearing his head off. Never mind, Jordan, never mind. It's a defeat at Newcastle. But anyway, that's my summing up of the match. I'm very, very pleased. You know, we've got 3 points. We've played well in that second half. I'm forgetting the first half. That was dull enough. But the second half, credit where credit's due, we did all right. And we came away with the 3 points today. So I'm really, really pleased. If you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and it will alert you to any videos that I do upload. Also talk about the Premier League and other football news on here as well. So the Premier League review will be coming out on Tuesday. More Newcastle news and things like that during the week. I'm going to keep up the videos through the lockdown. Hopefully give you guys some entertainment while we are all stuck indoors again. But it's good that the football continues. Thank you to all my new subscribers as well. On that note, stay safe wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Be strong.